Hello everyone, welcome to No Nonsense Whisky, episode 9. Today we have a Nikka All Malt, sticking with the Nikka theme from last week, as voted for on my Twitter feed. Now this one here, Nikka All Malt. This one is also a blended whisky of the whisky produced at the Yoichi and Miyagikyo distilleries, but this one also includes some malt whisky produced in a Coffey still or patent still. I'll put a link in the description to the Wikipedia page for those so you can read up more about them if you like. But they are traditionally used for kind of grain whisky, so in this instance they've used it for malt, so it is all malt. Now this one has some artificial colouring in it, unfortunately, but we'll see how that tastes in the end. Now you can pick this up for roughly £20 to £35 in the UK. I guess euros is something similar. Not sure what the availability is like in the US or Canada. This one here, I actually picked this up in France, in a French supermarket of all places, for €22, and it wasn't even on a yellow label deal or anything like that. Unbelievable value. I have no idea why they get it so cheap, but I understand that the French are actually one of the largest consumers of whisky outside I guess the USA, yeah, so this one bought in France and brought back over for me. €22, absolute bargain. So yeah, Nikka itself, like I said before in the previous video, don't actually they don't have a Nikka distillery. They have their two distilleries, and then they kind of mix things together and introduce different. Their kind of last section of it is like introducing something different to it to kind of change the flavour. So they have some coffee still, they have some grain stuff going on. Some of their, like from the barrel, is obviously from the barrel, so it's cask strength. This one's bottled at 40%. So let's go straight into a pour and see what we've got here. This one's back to the screw cap. Like I said in the previous video, that was one of the only ones I've seen with a cork. All the rest of the ones, Nikkas that I've seen, have had a screw cap for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, so artificial colouring. It's unfortunate. It looks good, and that's probably why. 40%. It's really strange because it's like a overwhelming toffee smell. By overwhelming, I don't mean disgustingly so. I just mean it overrides any kind of alcoholic smell, in my opinion. It's like a really deep toffee that you would get from one of those sets that has all different kinds of toffees in it. That's what it reminds me of. Let's have a taste. Okay, so initially nothing seems to happen. When you swallow, leaves a load of spice behind. Definitely getting them toffee flavours coming through. Now I read somewhere online that they can taste green apples. I mean, I kind of get it. I get it a little bit. I wouldn't say like, yes, green apples, but you know, each to their own on the taste. Wow. Yeah, I mean, lots of toffee, lots of caramel. Quite simple. I wouldn't go into the realms of complexity. Some of the things that we've touched on a little bit have been really rather complex. This one, not so much. Nice and simple to drink. And for the kind of £30 mark that you were looking at paying in the UK, not in supermarkets, you won't find this in supermarkets just yet. Specialists and online retailers only. And that price point makes it almost perfect for kind of everyday drinking whiskey. You don't have to save this. Not recommended saving it anyway with a screw cap. Sort of corks, you're looking at maybe 2 years maximum you want to leave them open for. Screw caps definitely less. But like I say, for 30 quid, not a problem. Now, €22 is an absolute bargain for me. I mean, that, if you could get it for £22 or whatever the equivalent is in this country, then I would put this sort of at the higher end of drinkable, affordable whiskies. 30 quid, you can get some good stuff for that. This is good. If you haven't tried it before, definitely recommend it. That said, it's not that easy to get hold of unless you want to go online and pay for delivery charges and all that. Bit of a faff. If you haven't tried this but you've tried everything else that you can get hold of for 30 quid, go ahead. If not, go to the supermarket, get yourself a Glenfiddich 12 or a Glenlivet Founders Reserve or something like that for the same price, and then come back to something like this. Yeah, I like it. I like it. For what it is, I like it. Okay, so a nice quick one today. That's the end of the Nikka All Malt review, as voted for on Twitter. Now, next week I am not going to do a Twitter poll to decide what we've got, because I've already got a good one, and that is the Wild Turkey Rare Breed Barrel Proof. Not got much of that left, but I'll explain why next week. So yeah, tune in next week to see that. As always, likes, comments, subscribes and shares, always very welcome. The competition I ran last time, that's now over unfortunately, and the winner of that is another YouTuber, Crabstick Dog. I'll put a link below. Actually I know him, so I'll get that sample over to him and he probably will review it on his own channel. So yeah, thanks for watching everybody, and I will see you next time on No Nonsense Whisky.